Hey everyone, welcome to Blossom and Rise. It's your host Amber Choisella here. Today, instead of being on my deck, I'm actually out in this yard of terrain that we have. Um, and yeah, I wanted to do something different. As you can see, Snoopy, I am an avid Peanuts slash Snoopy fan, so I have a lot of stuff that's Snoopy, including my shoes. You can see that. I love Peanuts. Okay. Anyway, so today I actually want to talk about past life regressions and the latest one that I had. I kind of wanted to read kind of the script that was transcribed during my session a few weeks ago. However, I was not able to get it for today's video, but that's okay. I can summarize and talk about like what happened. Now, being a psychic medium as myself, I am very skeptical when it comes to other things like past regression and stuff like that. Like, it's kind of like, how do I know, like, I'm not just, like, talking and, like, making shit up, right? Well, let me tell you what happened. So, I went into a regression about 3 weeks ago. And in this regression, I'm making sure the lighting's right. In this regression, I remember parts of it. It wasn't until the regressionist went over and actually told me what happened, and I was just amazed. So in this regression, I went back all the way to ancient Egypt. I was a male in this lifetime, and in this lifetime, I was also a warrior. But when I started this this experience, I found myself in a hall, and I was actually at a temple. And after that, I was told that I needed to go out to practice in battle, and I didn't like it. I didn't want to. I would say I was like an adolescent age, maybe like 15, 16, something like that. And I had purposely got hit in the face, right? And I went home thinking that, okay, since I was injured, my family would like let me stay home and not have to do this. Well, I was wrong. My father told me that I had to go back. I had to learn this. I wasn't friends with the other young men that were training with me. I felt totally out of place. Fast forward as an adult, my dad's word was like king. It trumped everything else. So if my dad wanted me to be a warrior, I was going to be one, even though I didn't want to, even though that didn't resonate with me. So then after that, she took me to my death state. And during that time, I told her that I was sick, that I had trouble breathing, I had tumors up and down my throat and throughout my body and in my brain. And she asked me what it was, and I had said plague, right? So then after that, she took me in between lives. And so this is where it got really interesting. So she had me meet with different important aspects from that past life to the in between life. So I got to meet with my mother and sister, and they told me that they knew that I was different, but they loved me regardless. My peers that I used to practice battling with, they told me that they knew I wasn't fit for that, and it wasn't their place to tell me, but they were supporting me nonetheless. Because I really didn't want to face them. I was like, no, I really don't want to face them. And the regressionist was like, yeah, it'd be a good idea if you did. But then when it came to my father, this is what was mind-boggling. So my father told me that it was his job in that lifetime to push me to fall into, not even fall, to accept who I really was. And who I really was a priest, right? A healer. And I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to upset my father. But he was trying to push me. He was trying to have me stand my ground and speak my truth and live my truth. And I wasn't able to do that in that lifetime. Now, how amazing is that for someone to take that role and play that role of like the aggressor, of like the antagonist? But really, he was very instrumental in my developmental stage of my soul. Not powerful, but the most important aspect of that session was facts. So the regressionist was like, oh, so I went back and did some research on what you told me. And she was like, I found out that there was actually a plague in ancient Egypt, something that history doesn't really talk about, and it was the bubonic plague. My mouth almost hit the fucking floor. I was like, are you serious? And so I looked it up, and it came up. Bubonic plague. Blech, bubonic plague. And I was just like, wow, that's crazy. That is so crazy. And then to parallel into my life today, I stand in my truth, right? Like, I'm a therapist, and I'm also a healer. And that's something that I feel very, very connected with in this lifetime. And it took me years for me to be able to speak my truth, because I come from a religious background, and oh, you see spirit, you talk to spirit, that's of the devil, blah 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 blah. So it wasn't until like my mid-20s that I was finally like, this is who I am, and I'm going to share this with the world. This is part of my soul mission, my soul plan to do. I'm sorry, I keep messing with it because I want the light to show. Okay, so that was super empowering for me, okay? And I didn't even think I had any problems with that. And she also made the parallel between like my sinus issues and being hit in the face. And I was like, oh my God, that's true, right? So even though our consciousness, our current consciousness may not remember, guess who remembers? Your soul and your higher self remembers past lifetimes, right? And we started talking about lifetimes and time and whatnot. Let me see if I could just bring this up closer so you guys can see me clearer. And to my understanding, what time is, it's not linear. When we talk about past lives, I am under the assumption, and I don't want to say assumption, but like true belief, that past, present, and future lives are all happening congruently. And I always have a hard time saying this word, but simultaneously. Oh my God, simultaneously. That's it. Sorry. Right now in different parallels, and that's why we're able to go into a past life, because it's happening now. It's occurring now. What's happening in the future is happening now in another dimension. What happened in the past happened, and what's happening now is happening now. All of it is happening actually in the present moment now. When for those of you who did not see the meteor shower that was over the weekend, so Saturday and Sunday, it was phenomenal. And it really made me just think, wow, look at everything that's in the universe. Who I am as a human being, a spirit in human form. It's mind-boggling to know there's so much out there, so much going on. Just to sit there and watch the planets move, and they're moving, so I'm looking at you, so they're moving this way in the sky. They're moving this way, and I have an app on my phone that tracks the planets, and I was able to pull it up and actually see them moving across the sky without even feeling it, right, because of gravity. It's amazing. I have been listening to this audiobook that I bought last year and that I'm re-listening to again because it's just so amazing. It's called The Keepers of the Garden, and it talks about a hypnotist who is talking to a client who is talking about past lives, I want to say, or in-between lives of being extraterrestrial and living on other planets, and then explaining how Earth became populated with humans and all this and that, and it's just phenomenal. So The Keepers of the Garden, if you're interested in listening to books or reading books, okay, I highly suggest that. If you've had any experiences with past life regressions, please comment below. I mean, they're so phenomenal, and they're so soul healing too, because you can find out so much in a few sessions. And I only just needed one session, and then just to have it transcribed and actually brought to my attention exactly what it was that happened it's just amazing. Like, I can't even put it into words, but I felt like I had to share this with you. So if you have experienced this or have heard other stories of it, please comment below. I'd love to have a discussion about it. If you like this video, please like the video and subscribe to Blossom and Rise. Also, if you feel like someone else or another community would like this channel and what I discuss, please share the content. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, sharing is caring, right? Again, I do videos Mondays and Thursdays. That's what my schedule is going to be. What time, I don't know. Just expect them Monday and Thursday. More than likely, it'll be in the evening time since I will be working full-time next week because I got my intern number for counseling. Yay! So excited. So I can start counting hours towards my licensure. But anyway, so I hope you guys like this video. Thanks for watching, supporting Blossom and Rise. You are appreciated, you are loved, and you are honored. Until next time, have a good rest of your day, guys, or evening, or morning. Have a good one, because you are good. You are loved. All right, bye.